So you're going to start right now. Just go into a child's pose. It's brief, and your knees can separate wide and your big toes can come together. I always say with child's pose, especially in the beginning of the practice, it's good to just pay attention to what's going on in your body. So if like the neck and the shoulders are tight, arms can be by side body, palms can face open. If you feel like you have a little bit more bandwidth with the shoulders, the arms can be forward. Do you want a bathrobe? Connect to your breath. Just breathe and allow your body and your mind, which I know it's the hardest when you're practicing at home via Zoom, to like really stay connected to what we're doing. There's going to be distractions along the way. That's just nature of life. Do the best that you can. Take a couple more cycles of breath and like really not only hear yourself breathing, but feel the breath. Like feel it moving through your body. And some days your breath's a little more powerful and other days it's a little bit more shallow. And be okay with it, whatever it is today. You're ready to roll. Anchor through your hands, curl the toes into the mat and lift your hips for a down dog. Way to shove the dog out of the way. This is why I don't have any pets. Bend a little behind your knees in this first down dog. Yeah, let your head just be free. And yeah, the goal in down dog is to lift your hips way up off your shoulders. So that's why bending the knees is helpful, because it's going to lift the hips up. And then you begin to feel the thumb, the index finger, the baby finger, the outer part of your hand plug down. Your outer triceps grip in. And you try your best to find a drishti, a focal point. So fix your eyes on something that's not moving. So if there's a person in the room, don't look at them. If there's an animal in the room, don't look at them. Just breathe and be still. Begin to feel the extension down the back side of the body. And the goal in down dog is to take the round out of your spine, right? So we do our best. So just a subtle couple movements here in your down dog. So from down dog right now, look forward, glide your right foot forward and through into a low lunge. Drop the back knee on an angle, keep the toes curled into the mat, and come up to a supported lunge. You want to be a little heavy in the front thigh, but you don't want to feel like you're dipping into your lower back. So you have to find a sweet spot. So if you feel, Merrick, this is going into the lower back, I need you to pull out and find your happy position here. Now keep the back toes curled into the mat because it's going to help access the hamstring. Hands are going to come down to frame your front foot. Activate your back leg, hands ground if you can, step to a dog. Look forward, glide your left foot forward, drop the back knee on an angle, keep the toes curled, do the best that you can, come up on your own breath, supported lunge. And if once again it feels like it's too much here, you pull out of it, you pull out of the thigh, and you just pull back a little. If you want to be a little juicier in the hips, you get a little heavy in that front thigh. Hands come down to frame your front foot. Activate your back leg, step to a dog. Here we go. We're going to pick up the pace just a little bit. Glide your right foot forward, drop your knee, come up supported lunge. Hands come down, anchor and ground, step to a dog. Left foot lands, back knee drops, come up supported lunge. Hands come down, activate and step back dog. Right foot lands, back knee drops, keep moving like this. Hands come down, activate, step to a dog. Left foot lands, back knee drops. It's deliberate, it's not fast where you feel like you're gonna, whip yourself. Hands come down, activate your back leg, then step back to dog. Right foot lands, back knee drops, come up supported lunge. Start to focus on using core muscles. Hands come down, activate and step to dog. Left foot lands, back knee drops, come on up, supported lunge. Hands come down, activate, step to a dog and hold. Now in this down dog, roll forward plank. Lead with your chest. Yeah. Take the round out of your upper shoulders. Fix your eyes on the front edge of your mat. Yeah, support if you need with your knees down. Feel your outer triceps hug in. Yes. Fix your eyes on something that's not moving and just feel the energy as it moves from the crown of your head to your heels and your heels to the crown of your head. Straight line of energy. The walls, Holly, look very nice. They're gorgeous walls. Yeah. More plank, more plank. I'll focus on your walls. You focus on your plank. Hold. Hips up and back, down dog. So you probably found your sweet spot now. Yeah, you could separate your feet so they're roughly hip width distance. Roll forward plank position. Roll forward plank position. Lead with your chest. That's very, very helpful. Not with your head or your neck. That looks good, Natalie. Drop your knees if you need support. Halfway to a push-up chaturanga. You can also take a micro push-up. You can skip push-ups. I did a whole practice yesterday. I didn't take push-ups. You just hold plank. Good. Lead with your heart and chest for up dog. Point your toes. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. So roll forward plank position. If you're skipping push-up, just hold here. If you're taking push-up lower halfway, any amount. Lead with your heart and chest for an up dog. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. So if you're going to skip a push-up altogether, you can actually do this. Try this right now. From down dog, come to an up dog. From down dog, come to an up dog. Just try it out. Anchor through the tops of your feet. Try not to lead with your neck. Lead with your chest. Hips up and back, down dog. So that's a really nice alternative. Try it one more time. From down dog, slide into up dog. Just make it kind of seamless and try not to jam into your lower back. Use the strength of your legs and your arms and your hands. And then hips up and back, down dog. You can skip all of it if back is sensitive. You know what to do. Look to the top of the mat. Step, step. Your feet there. Long spine on an inhale breath. Hands can also be on your shins. Exhale, fold into yourself. Root to rise, come all the way up. Drag your hands to prayer at heart. Maybe you got a head rush. It's your lucky day. Drop your arms. Yeah, arms slide straight up towards the sky. Look up with your eyes. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Let your weight carry you forward. Always bend your knees. It's a little chilly out there. Long spine, prepare. Step, step to plank. Don't be so excited to jump. Step, step to plank. Decide what you need. Push-ups, no push-ups, belly flop, whatever. Up dog is smooth if you're taking it. Point your toes. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Look to the top of the mat. Step or float your feet to the top. Long spine when you arrive. Weight is forward. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up. Anchor, feel. Drag your hands to prayer at heart. Drop your arms. Here we go from the top. Arms slide straight up towards the sky. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Let your weight carry you forward. Long spine on an inhale. Step, step to plank. Halfway to your push-up if you're taking it. Good. Move through your up dog or baby cobra, whatever's happening in your body is great for today. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Take a full breath out. Always opportunity to reset and restart with every vinyasa. Look to the top of the mat. Step or float your feet there. Get there safely and seamlessly. Long spine, weight is forward. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up, anchor. Drag your hands to prayer at heart, drop your arms. Keep going, arms slide up, connect your breath. Dive over bent knees, forward fold, let your weight carry you forward. Long spine to prepare you. Step or float through your version of vinyasa that works. Up dog is a new breath if you're taking it. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Look to the top, step or float your feet there. Get there lightly and seamlessly. Long spine, weight is forward. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, come all the way up. A little bit more power. Hands to prayer at heart, drop your arms. One more, keep going. Arms slide straight up towards the sky. Dive over, bent knees, forward fold, let your head go. Come to the fingertips to prepare. Step, step, or float through your vinyasa. Upward facing dog, press to the palms and the tops of the feet. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Roll forward to plank. Take your right knee towards your navel and hold. Scoop out your belly. Arms are straight up and down, look forward with your eyes. Yeah, now look forward a little bit more. Take your right knee a little closer to you. Land your right foot forward and through. Come to your fingertips, activate your back left leg. Yeah, walk your hands onto the top of your thigh and just kind of give your hands top of thigh, top of, yes, a little bit of energy. Then creep your hands up, slide your right thumb into your right hip crease and press down. Slide your left arm up. So right thumb in right hip crease. Give yourself some kind of TLC as you apply a little pressure, and the left arm up. Look forward with your eyes. Just hold here. Activate all the muscles around the back leg. You can always modify with your knee down if you need to. If not, you're just holding and supporting. Right arm now extends up towards the sky. There's a lift from your hip points through your side body, through your fingertips. You look up a little with your eyes and hold. A little heavier in your front thigh. Activate. Hands come down to frame your front foot. Now, focus on your front leg. Keep it the way that it is. Come to your fingertips without your right hip popping out. It's the hardest thing ever. Turn your back foot on an angle. Grip the right hip in strong. Press strong through your feet and legs and come up warrior one now. So as you come up to warrior one, yeah. Drop your arms by your side body for a second. Interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale your breath. Straighten your right leg on track. Exhale your breath. Lift your heart and your chest. Fold halfway down, just halfway today. Don't go all the way. You're gonna have a little micro bend in your front knee. Swing your right hip back, your left thigh forward. Keep your waist very, very long. So it's almost like you're in a humble warrior with almost pretty much straight legs. Breathe into your hamstrings, grip your outer hips in, and feel your shoulder blades kind of grip onto your back. Keep your neck neutral. Focus on that back foot and that back leg. Press a lot of energy into it. Start to lift your torso up. Your legs are straight. Your hands are bound. Bend deep into your front right thigh without anything else changing. Get heavy in that front thigh. Inhale your breath. Exhale, come forward, humble warrior. So now you're doing it with a bent front thigh. Good. So you can either rest your stomach on your thigh, make it a little less aggressive, or you can see if you can snuggle your right shoulder to the instep of your right knee. So as you do that, Steph, just reminding you that you want to swing the left ribs forward. There you go. Hug your hip under you, your right hip. And there's a turning of your back thigh and your left ribs forward. Your hands are bound. And you're working eventually, if the shoulders are healthy, to let the hands, the clasped hands, move away from your lower back. Anchor through your feet and legs, come up warrior one, reach the arms up towards the sky, feel fresh blood flow to your fingertips. Hands come down to frame your front foot, hold plank, hold plank. So you're gonna hold a plank or you're gonna hold a push-up. Yes, do one of those. Then straighten your arms if you went into a push-up. Hug your left knee towards your navel, hug it in nice and tight. And just reminding you, you can lift your hips up a little higher, lower back is sensitive, and be a little bit more in a down dog. Either which way, your arms are straight up and down. You're activating your back leg and you're squeezing in towards your center line. Good. Land your left foot forward and through. Come to your fingertips for a moment. Activate your back leg. Walk your hands onto the top of your thigh and like press some weight into your thigh to create this strong shape. Start to slide your left thumb into your left hip crease. Apply pressure down and then sweep your right arm straight up. So the right side of the body is creating this really energetic, like strong foundation. And the left thigh is melting. I almost said melting down. Look forward with your eyes and hold. Strong foundation here. Let the left arm join when you're ready. Fingertips up. Hip points move forward. Waist stays long. Look forward with your eyes. Good. Hands to frame your front foot. Pause. Left leg does not move at all. It is challenging. Rip the left hip in. Turn the back foot on a strong angle. Anchor through your legs and your feet. Come up, warrior one. Come up, warrior one. Drop your arms by your side body. Clasp your hands. Straighten your left leg on track. Inhale your breath. Swing your right waist forward. Hug your left hip in. Come halfway down and pause. Just halfway today. I want you to really steer with your feet and your legs. Feel that? Grip your left hip in strong. Keep the waist long. Look forward. Put your focus on your back leg, guys. Keep the bound hands if you can. Start to bring your torso up nice and slow. So torso straight up, legs are long and strong. You're going to bend deeply into your front thigh. So not much changes. Keep swinging your right ribs forward. Inhale that breath. Exhale, come forward, humble warrior. So my humble these days is more stomach resting closer to the front of the thigh, gripping the left hip strong and swinging the right waist forward. Don't feel like you need to go into these poses super deep. Yeah, you just do a little bit and you can feel, you can really work on isometric movement and you're a lot better off. It's perfect. Yeah, if the bind is too much, you release your hands and you just take yourself out. The last little bit here, you see if you can get your clasped hands away from your lower back. Strong through your legs. Warrior one, as you come up, spread your arms towards the sky, look up with your eyes. Hands come down to frame your front foot, step to a plank. Halfway to a push up if you're experiencing that today. Upward facing pulls you through. You all look so happy. Downward facing dog, hips press. It's Friday. Yes. Take a deep breath in. Take a full breath out. Look to the top of the mat. Step or float your feet there. Long spine on an inhale. Weight is forward. Exhale, fold. Sit deeply into your chair pose. Weight moves into your heels. Know if you need to separate your feet because lower back is sensitive. Know if you need to open up your arms a little wider or cactus your arms. Stick your butt way back. Weight is in your heels. Good. Shoot up to stand up. Drag your hands to prayer. Drop your arms. From the top, ladies, here we go. Arms slide straight up towards the sky. Sit deeply into chair. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Let your head go. Come to the fingertips, prepare. Step or float through your version of a vinyasa. So at this point, you make it as challenging as you want. Up dog pulls you through. Hips up and back, down dog. Right foot lands, back foot turns, warrior one. The goal here is to get rooted and grounded, come up with control. Hands come down through vinyasa or not. When you get to your down dog, land your left foot forward, turn your back foot strong, warrior one. Back down we go through vinyasa. Up dog should feel good. Hips up and back, downward facing is where we meet. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Look to the top, step or float your feet there. Get there lightly. Long spine, weight is forward. Exhale, fold into yourself. Sit again into chair. Shoot up to stand up. Drag your hands to prayer. Drop your arms. Arms slide straight up towards the sky. Sit again into chair pose. Nice and deep. Dive over bent knees, forward fold. Let your head go. Come to the fingertips, prepare. Step or float through your vinyasa. Up dog is smooth. Hips up and back, down dog. Right foot lands, back foot turns, warrior one, keep it going. Hands back down, vinyasa or dog. When you're ready, the left foot lands, the back foot turns, warrior one, anchor and ride it up. Hands come down through vinyasa. Upward facing dog, point your toes. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, full breath out. Look to the top, Lightly step or float your feet there. Long spine on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Sit again into chair. Press up to stand up. Drag your hands to prayer. Drop your arms. Keep going like this. Arms slide up. Sit deeply into chair. Sit deeply, like all the way down. There you go. Dive over, bent knees forward, fold. Let your weight carry you forward. Long spine to prepare. Step or float through vinyasa. Upward facing. Downward facing. The right foot lands, the back foot turns. Stay with your breath. The people around you are just distractions. Hands come down through a vinyasa or pause in down dog, regroup. Left foot lands, back foot turns. Warrior one. It's meant to pick up the pace a little. Hands come back down to the floor through a vinyasa. Upward facing dog is a smooth movement. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Full breath out. So come forward to plank and lift your right foot an inch. Let it hover the floor just an inch. Look forward with your eyes and take the round out of your spine. Yeah, when I say look forward with your eyes, look to the front edge of your mat just so your neck stays aligned. Yes. With your right foot lifted, okay, just an inch, hug your right knee straight in towards your navel. Straight in. Wrap the sides of your triceps in. And then without your hips moving, slide your right foot back to a three-legged plank. Three-legged plank. So just the way you were a moment ago, you go right back. Lower the right foot down, plank position. Good. Lift your hips up and back, down dog. So I'm going to incorporate a little of this mountain climber type thing in. So just stay with me, guys. Roll forward, plank position. Let your left foot hover an inch, just an inch, because you want your hips to stay aligned and your navel to stay engaged. Good. Hug your left knee straight in. So not too much is changing. It's an isometric movement. Your outer triceps hug in and your gaze stays to the front edge of the mat. Without anything moving except the left leg slides back to a three-legged plank. Do it slow with precision. Lower the left foot down, plank position. Bend your elbows in half, chaturanga. Pull yourself to an up dog, hips up and back, down dog. Yeah, you're getting hot. Here we go, guys. You're going to roll forward, plank position. Let your right foot hover an inch. Look forward with your eyes. Hug your right knee in, scoop out your belly. Slide your right leg back so it hovers. Lower the right foot without the hips moving. Lift the left foot an inch. Hug the left knee in, scoop out the belly. Slide the left foot back without the foot touching. Lower the foot, hold plank. Right foot lifts, let it hover. Hug the right knee in, squeeze the core. Slide the right foot back, let it hover. Lower the right foot, plank. Lift the left foot an inch. Hug the left knee in, scoop out the belly. Slide the left foot back so it hovers. Lower the foot, plank. One more. Right foot hovers. Hug the knee in, slow. Right foot back, let it hover. Plank. Left foot lifts. Hug the left knee, scoop out the belly. Slide the left foot back, let it hover. Plank position, chaturanga. Upward facing. Hips up and back, down dog. Land your right foot forward, smack in between your hands, turn your back foot, cartwheel open, warrior two. Open up nice and wide. Yeah. Breathe across the collarbone. Turn your right thigh open and then close your eyes and hold here 5 breaths. Your arms should be a little tired. That was the goal. It was to get here and to be able to say, okay, I need to work a little deeper. I need to be a little bit more thoughtful about my breath so I can sustain the posture. Ride out the exhale breath, let your tailbone drop. It's just a feeling, it doesn't last forever, unfortunately. Stay with it. Watch that your right knee doesn't wrap in. It rolls open towards your baby toe. Keep your torso straight up and down. Breathe into your whole body. Keep the shape of your legs. You're going to reach with your right hand. You're going to place your right hand on the outside of your right foot. So yesterday I was practicing, my neck was a little sore, so I had to go back to some of my modifications. Place the block up super high or just have your arm on the top of your thigh. Anything goes. Left arm can slide straight up towards the ceiling or it can wrap up and forward. It's up to you. So the alignment's the same no matter how you're taking. Right hip hugs in strong and your ribs, your right ribs turn up. You know how they tell newborns, like the parents of newborns, to put the babies near the window for a little, if they're a little jaundiced? I feel like that right now. I need to be in a little bassinet by the window, getting my vitamin D. Yeah, turn your bottom ribs, Holly, towards your beautiful new sky ceiling. And use the strength of your back leg. Stay with your breath. Stay in the pose. We're going to hold it a drop longer. I know it can be a little bit gnarly at times. You got it, Steph. If you're going to reach that arm up and forward, remember the arm is like a bow and arrow. Exercise ring closed. Stay with it. My mom's Apple Watch is talking to her. It's telling her she's doing a great job. Lead with your top arm, pull up warrior two. Get heavy in your front thighs, warrior two. Warrior two, stay with it. Breathe across your collarbone. Anchor and lengthen your tailbone down. Look forward, circle your hands to the floor, vinyasa. Upward facing dog, point your toes. Hips up and back, downward facing. Land your left foot forward, turn your back foot strong. Warrior two. So you're just going to go to the other side, warrior two. Have your blocks nearby. Yeah. Broaden across the collarbone. Wrap the inside of that left thigh open. And then settle in here and breathe. Close your eyes and just allow yourself to feel. You feel things differently when your eyes close too. So experience that. Side ribs nice and long. Give your back arm and your front arm equal love, equal opportunity. Sit a little deeper. Keep the shape of the lower half of the body. Keep breathing and stay connected to just that. Reach out with your left hand. Utilize your block. Place it to the outside of the foot or rest your arm on the top of the thigh. Extended side angle A. Once again, your right arm can stretch straight up or it can wrap up and forward. It's up to you. Grip your left hip in super strong. Turn your bottom ribs. If your hand is on a block, you want to make sure that the outside of your left knee and the inside of your left arm are connected. I can't see where the block is, Steph, but make sure it's on the outside of the foot. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, because we're working the outer hip then. Nice job. Soften your shoulder marrow just a little bit and scoop up that left hip. That left hip likes to kind of jut out for all of us. Stay with the breath, a few more. Just focusing on the inhale, focusing on the exhale. Stay with it, you got it. If the arm is wrapped up and forward, stretch it straight up towards the sky. The strength of your back leg and the top arm is going to pull you up. Warrior two. Warrior two. Stay with it. Look forward. Circle your hands to the floor, vinyasa. Take it to the floor. Move through a vinyasa. Upward facing, point your toes. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. Slide your right foot forward. Warrior two, circle up. Yeah, have the block nearby because you're going to need it in a sec. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior. Stay really heavy in your front thigh. Back leg is strong. Straighten your right leg on track. You're in reverse trikonasana. If this doesn't feel good in your lower back, just don't reach back as far. Just stay more upright. Reach through extended right arm, right hand to right shin triangle. If you need to scooch your back foot and you do so, grab somewhere in the front of your shin or utilize a block to the outside of your calf. Sometimes it feels really good to be in this position with a little longer stance. Sometimes it just does not work. So tighten it up if you need to. Stack the two arms on top of one another. Breathe. You almost feel like you're leaning back a little bit, but you want to really focus on your outer hips, your inner thighs, and the side ribs staying long. Breathe into your whole body. Spread your feet wide. Use the padded part of your balls of your feet to press down. A little longer. You're going to look down. Keep your right foot where it is, just for a moment. Left hand comes to your hip. Utilize your block. Float up, half moon. So if you don't have a block, find something that was going to resemble the shape of the block or lean against a wall. You all have a wall in your house. Stack your body neatly. If you can, extend your left arm up. Play with the height of the block, right? Some of us like it high, some of us like it medium. If you're struggling, use the block. Grip the right hip in super strong and lift your left leg as high as your hip. Lean back and breathe just a little bit into the pose. Stay with it. Transitioning together seamlessly, triangle. Step back, use your block if you like. Yeah, you got to use the strength of your body and the muscle memory. Lift out of your waist and hold the pose right here so you're not in your lower back. Look to the floor, circle the hands down, lean onto your left hand, a version of side plank that works for you. Yes, you can drop your bottom knee. So Vashisthasana side plank. Yeah. You can stagger your feet. You can drop the bottom knee. You can take a tree with your top leg. The trick with the side plank is that your front hand, your left hand in this case, needs to be about an inch in front of your left shoulder to find that kind of seamless alignment. Stack the two shoulders, or if you want to work your core a little, wrap your right arm up and forward. Yes. So the right arm will wrap up and forward. Stay with it. Look to the floor, plank position. Chaturanga, if you're taking it. Upward facing, if you're taking that. Everything's optional. Downward facing, hips up and back. Glide your left foot forward. Step up into warrior two. So cartwheel open warrior two. Yeah. Flip the palm, reverse the warrior. It's kind of just like an offering of the side opening of the body. Straighten your left leg on track. Reach out with your left hand. Find your triangle this way. So find a lot of extension in your waist. Grip the hips in strong and stack the two shoulders. Look up with your eyes. Establish a smaller stance if you feel like it's better for your lower back. Grip the hips in strong and breathe. It's a sensation that you feel like you're leaning back a little bit. Yeah, but you're not. You don't want to be in your lower back. Grip the outer hips in, feel your feet pressing down, and use the obliques, your core strength, to hold you up. A few more. This looks good. So the pose is essentially the same. You're going to look down, keep your left foot where it is, your left hip hugging and strong. Reach for a block. Your right hand comes to your hip, and you move slowly and steadily into this half moon. No quick movements. When you're ready, your right arm can slide up. Flex your right toes strong. Think of your bottom leg like Tadasana. Yes. Hug the hip in super strong. Side ribs are long. I'm really rhyming today. Breathe. So we get to the posture, we find stability and we find grounding. If you fall out, you join us again. No big deal. Focus on that front leg. Step back, triangle. See if you can do it. Nice work. Keep turning those bottom ribs, anchoring your feet, spreading the collarbone and the chest. Look to the floor, circle the hands down. You're going right to a Vashisthasana side plank on the right hand. I'll show a good modification because I'm facing the camera. This is a nice modification. The right hand is a little bit in front of the shoulder, about an inch. The left arm can slide up. Stagger the feet, take tree pose. Whatever it is that you did on the other side, you want to try and stay consistent. Yeah, if you took your top arm up and forward, give that a whirl because that's going to stretch work the core a little more. Have the arm straight up. Natalie, there you go. Plank position. Move slow, guys. Chaturanga, if you can. Up dog pulls you through. Hips up and back, downward facing dog. All right, just for shits and giggles, roll forward plank. Lift your right foot an inch. Hug your right knee in towards your navel. Slide your right foot back to a three-legged plank. Lower the right foot down. Without the hips moving, lift the left foot an inch. Hug the left knee in. You got to really focus on firing up your core, your outer triceps. Your left knee is drawing in towards the navel. Keep looking forward with your eyes. Yes. Slide the left foot back to a three-legged plank. Lower the left foot plank position. One more time. Lift the right foot an inch. You got this. Hug the right knee in. Slide the right foot back into a three-legged plank. Hold. Lower the right foot plank. Lift the left foot an inch. Pause. Keep looking forward. Hug your left knee in. So when you look in, you're going to collapse your chest. You're hugging your left knee in right now. Slide the left foot back to a three-legged plank. Lower the left foot down. Plank position. Lower all the way down to your belly. Yes. In this version right here, what we're going to do is we're going to slide our left arm forward and bend our right leg back and grab the outside of our right foot. So it's a half floor bow. The left arm and the left leg are going to stay long. You're going to lift it up and you're going to kick your right foot into your right hand and keep your eyes down. Kick up and kick back. Find extension to the left side of your body as you reach and stretch in opposite directions. And then release and go right to the other side. Right arm and right leg stay strong and straight. Grab the outside of your left foot. Kick up and kick back and find extension through the right side of your body. I like to point my right toes and reach kind of with an invigorating right hand. Reach and stretch in opposite directions and give your left foot and your left hand a little bit more energy. Yeah. Release, slide back into a child's pose with your knees and your feet together. Yes, try it. Yeah, you have to slide your legs all the way together. Perfect. Slide your arms forward if they're not. Press to a down dog. Nice work, everyone. Stay with the flow. Here we go. Look to the top of the mat. Step or float your feet there. Long spine on an inhale, breath. Exhale, fold. Sit into your chair. No complaining. Drag your hands to prayer. Inhale your breath, hook your elbow, twist to the right. Yes, the left knee likes to slide past the right in this one. It's a little sneaky. It's sneaky. Yes. You can do this pose with your feet hips width distance, and you can do this pose without actually hooking your elbow. Lengthen your spine. Mary, you could also do this pose. I was experimenting with this yesterday. where you kind of rest your arm on the top of your thigh. And so you're not really twisting deeply. So my elbow is actually digging into the top of my thigh. And I'm just kind of using it as support and really keeping my body aligned. It may or may not feel good. You could try that. I like it. You don't want to go into that lower back. So chair pose, look forward. Oh yeah. Sit a little deeper. Drag your hands to prayer. Take it the other direction. Why not? You got nothing to lose here. When you twist, Steph, make sure you don't twist your whole body that direction. So yes, when you twist, you want to hook in and lengthen, but everything stays very aligned. The elbow can also just dig into the top of the thigh. You don't have to go as deep. So my elbow is just resting on like the meaty part of my thigh, and it's giving me an anchor. And I'm working on the strength of the left rest of my body without going too deep. Keep the breath moving. You have visitors, doggy visitors. Yes. Stay with it, guys. Pull around to chair. You're waiting for me to yell that. Chair, sit deep. Shoot up to stand up. Thank the Lord. Drag your hands to prayer. Drop your arms and just stand for a second. Good. Here we go, guys. Separate your feet, hips with distance from me. Stand on your right leg and draw your left knee in towards your navel. Just grab your knee below the kneecap. If your balance is crappy today, you can always go to a wall if you need to. So you're going to reach to the outside of your left thigh with your right hand. Take your left hand to your left hip. Just do this. So I'm standing on my right leg, guys, and my left leg is bent in half. And I'm just creating a really strong shape and focusing on my core, keeping me lifted. If you have the range of movement to go ahead and grab the outside of your foot, this is optional. You can kick your leg forward and through. This is called dancing Shiva. So my standing right leg, as you can see, is straight. My left leg, not even close. And I'm not even going to attempt to straighten it. So it can have as much of a bend. What we don't want is everything leaning forward. You want to be very upright. So decide what you want to do here with a bent leg or a straight leg. The left arm peels back. The goal is to eventually look into your left hand in time. Good. Pull around to center. So your leg can bend in half and the arms are going to come straight up towards the sky. Okay. Wrap your left thigh around your right thigh and then go ahead and wrap your left arm underneath your right for eagle. Get heavy in your standing right heel and sit your hips way back like you did in chair. Swing the knees a little bit more to the left and sit down deeply so your elbows can lift up. Weight should be in your standing right heel. Your shin moves back. Squeeze a little bit more. Feel the lower half of the body stay like almost like glue. Just unravel your arms. As you press to come out of the pose the same way you went in, hug the left knee and grip the right hip in strong. Arms are going to stay reaching back. Left leg's going to slide back only 3 feet. So it's like a short warrior one. Walk the right foot to the right a little. Make sure it's hips width with enough space. Inhale, stretch up out of your waist. Exhale, reach out with your left hand and slide your hand to the shin or the block. Right hand can stay on your hip. You're setting up for a really nice twisting triangle with a lot of extension in your body. Good work. So just walk your right foot, Natalie, a little bit more to the right. And I think you're going to have, You're going to have a little bit more balance through your pelvis. Yeah, and a little more stability. So I can't see your bottom hand, Holly, and that's fine. But encouraging you to press your palm into your shin and your shin into your palm. Try it because it's going to work your legs. Hug the hips in strong. Twist open. Rather than looking back, guys, look up. It's going to take the round out. 2 more. To release, fold over your right leg. Just let it go. You can bend your right leg as much as you need. Yeah. Come to your fingertips, long spine. Step your left foot forward, hips width distance. Hands on your hips, come halfway up, come the rest of the way up. Stand on your left leg, hug your right knee towards your navel. Just hug the right leg in, draw it towards you, and really focus on your left leg being strong and straight. Moving on, your hand comes to the outside of your thigh, the outside of your foot, reach your right arm back. Any variation works. Look into your right hand, stand up tall. Stay out of your lower back, stay upright. Wherever you are, pull around to center, arms up, leg up in half. Just really focus on that right leg staying bent and the left leg staying strong. Wrap your right thigh around your left thigh. Do that first, and then wrap your right arm underneath your lap for eagle. Then get real heavy in your seat as you sit back. Swing your knees a little to the right, upper body a little to the left, and see if you can line yourself up. Breathe through the sensation and the sunshine. Weights in the standing left heel. Squeeze down the center. So keep the legs zipped up very, very tight. Unravel just your arms. Press to stand the way you went in, flexing the right foot strong, 90-degree angle, and then slide the right leg back about 3 feet. Arms stay up. So legs are straight and arms are straight. Walk the left foot to the left a little bit. Left hand to hip. Reach out with your right arm. Find extension. So Mary, this is a good place to stop. You can just stay here and really just work your core and the leg strength if twisting doesn't feel good today. Hand can come to your shin. When you press into your shin, this is going to encourage the legs to do a lot more work. Left hand to the flat part of your back gives you some information. And then moving on, the top arm can wrap up. Good. To take the round out of the back, it's a little tricky. So lean without feeling like you're like leaning all the way back because you're going to lose your balance. Lean back a little bit and look sideways or look up. Just stay upright. Keep your body aligned. That's it. To release out, just fold over your front leg and let it go. Right from here, plant your hands, step to a dog. From down dog, look forward with your eyes, lean right into an up dog. Just pick up your toes. Yes. Activate your legs, press through your hands. Hips up and back, downward facing. Land your right foot forward, crescent lunge. Drag your hands to prayer, inhale the breath, hook the elbow and twist. The same thing goes here. You don't have to get all the way in there if your back is sensitive. You can now just have your elbow resting on the top of your thigh and really work on the lower half of the body, staying nice and aligned. You can drop your back knee in addition if you feel like it's too much. Crown of the head, the goal is to have it line up with your back heel. Open up your arms if you want a little bit more, or stay right as you are. Keep twisting. Good. Look to the floor, place both hands down. Plug the hands down to the ground. Hug the right knee in towards the navel. Swing the right leg up and back to a three-legged down dog. Keep the hips squared or open up your hip a little and flex your foot. Depends on how your lower back feels. Just fan your right thigh open or keep it squared off if lower back is sensitive. Neutralize it. Look forward. Swing your right knee forward and through for a half pigeon right here and melt forward. 60 seconds here in this pose. Let your body, but more importantly, your mind, just kind of escape. So if you're starting to go to your to-do list, just stay with your yoga practice for another few minutes. To get out of the pose, let's do this. Press up like I'm showing, so you're on your hands. Your arms are straight. I'm activating my core immediately. Curl the toes into the mat, and right from here, shoot back up to down dog. Once you get to this down dog, land your left foot forward. Come up, crescent lunge. Drag your hands to prayer, lean out in front of you, hook the elbow and twist. Once again, I'm just pointing my elbow into the top of my thigh, and I'm really staying out of lower back and making this more about the lower half of my body. You can also stay very upright. This is a great way to work the legs, less into the lower back, less into twisting. If you're going for it, hook the elbow and get in there. Lean back a little bit and activate your back leg super strong. Last few breaths. Make it count right here. Point the top elbow towards the sky and twist open. Eyes to the floor, place both hands down. Activate your arms, hug your left knee in towards your navel. We did a bunch of this today. Slide the left leg up and back to a three-legged down dog. You can just stay with your hips squared, or you can open up your hip if this feels good for you. Fan the left thigh open a little, but keep your arms really even. Look forward with your eyes, swing your left leg forward and through, half pigeon on the left side. So come forward, about a minute here, just letting your body, your mind, everything just rest. If you can fold, fold, yeah. Good, nice work. Use the strength of your body, lean onto your left butt cheek, slide your right leg forward. Bend your legs in half. It's gonna look like this. You're not getting off the hook so easy. We gotta do some core work. Plant the palms flat down. I really like it this way. Unless you have two blocks, you could elevate yourself if your shoulders or your arms are a little shorter. Lift your legs up to a supported Navasana like this. So the hands are just elevated on the blocks. It's kind of a nice way to do it. If you don't have the blocks, go to the floor, have your fingertips tented. Try it out. Now, we're going to lower to an Ardha Navasana. Remind yourself that when you go to this low boat, the legs can stay up at a 90-degree angle, and I will demonstrate now. As I lower down, I can stay with my legs straight up, but my shoulders have not touched the ground. So there's a strong scooping out of my belly, and I'm using my hands and pressing them firm, either into the floor or the blocks. So the more intense, the lower the legs are without touching. To pull back up, bend your knees, Navasana boat pose. Ooh, Ardha Navasana. Scoop out your belly, Navasana. 3 more, Ardha Navasana. Navasana, 2 more. How are they looking? Ardha Navasana. Press and lift, Navasana. 1 more, lift your collarbone, Ardha Navasana, hover. This time lower all the way to the floor. Bend your legs in half, set your feet up for bridge, supported bridge or wheel. We'll do 2 sets. If you prefer just using a block underneath your tailbone, set your feet up, lift your hips up first, then slide the block under. If you feel that you're amped up between your yoga practice and your coffee, you're ready for full wheel, you can just go for it. Flip your palms, bring your chin to your chest, take a giant breath in, and we lift up. If it's a little bit more subdued and a little bit more mellow, the tailbone just lifts a little from the ground. The feet stay forward, thighs engage. Exhale the breath, lower down. If you prefer just to take more restorative, block underneath the tailbone, the legs can lift to a 90-degree angle for a supported shoulder stand, or repeat 1 more version of a back bend. So if you're doing the shoulder stand version, clasp your hands around the block, And that's going to create the series of the back bend right there. The legs are lifted and elevated, and you can create a little bit of a back bend through the upper shoulder blades right there. Looks like that's where everyone's going. So if you're in a full wheel, you can come out and you can meet us there for a few more breaths. Legs are up, creating a supported shoulder stand with a block underneath the tailbone or the lower back just flat to the floor. Bend your knees in half, take your feet flat to the floor, get grounded first, and then slowly remove the block from underneath you. Hug the knees in towards the chest, give yourself a generous squeeze, and then drop your knees over to the right together, or you can place a block in between the thighs. It's a nice way to do it, and upper body a little to the left, just for a basic supine twist. Keep the knees in the same alignment as your hips so they're not lower. Pull yourself up to center, shimmy your hips a little bit to the right, and then drop your knees to the left. Come up through center, squeeze your knees down the center, and slide yourself into Shavasana, the hardest, most powerful pose to take at home. So see if you can challenge yourself for the next 2 minutes to complete stillness. It would be a shame after all this work to not do it. So set yourself up for rest. Close your eyes, maybe cover yourself. Exhale all the breath out and just let yourself go. Take a deep, full breath in. Take a full exhale breath out. Breathe your arms up over the top of the head, a full stretch. Draw your knees down the center and squeeze. Give yourself a hug. You can roll to the side or roll up through the center, however it feels the best for you. And just sit up for a second and just feel the effects of this practice. It takes a lot of discipline to sit through an hour and just kind of follow instructions. So good job. Bring your hands to prayer, bow your head for a second. Have gratitude always. Lift your head, open your eyes. Namaste. Go out there, have a great day. We'll try this again next week. That was a lot of fun, good efforts and great practice.